say this, that my biggest challenge I've had over the past 4 years with our current administration is the bypassing of the residents of Camden, New Jersey. It seems like it's almost a slap in the face, that even though the residents desire a referendum for the police takeover, the suit is done, and all of a sudden now the county takes over the police force. The education system with RAC and Stan White and others that had community involvement all over for the education system, and all of a sudden for 6-7 months we're meeting and talking about the new direction of the education system and the new superintendent coming in, and they're making a final decision on that Wednesday, but yet Commissioner Cerf and Governor Christie and Mayorl are there on that Monday, 48 hours before, turning over the school system over to the state of New Jersey. The residents of Camden feel hurt. They feel abused. They feel that they have just been disregarded. They feel that they're not having any respect to their thoughts and their opinions. And right now, if we move to a direction of saying, residents, you come first. Right. As a public servant, that word servant has to be emphasized. You can't sit there on fourth floor behind locked doors. You have to go out with the people. Yeah. You don't know the people, you're not with the people. If you're not with the people, you can never love the people. If you hear their concerns, and you hear what they're going through, you'll hear their hearts cry. And right now, Camden needs a healing, because of feeling over the past 4 years that your word, your count, your vote does not count. We believe that we can come back and take over with the city of Camden with our great team of Roncha Dickerson, Big Scott Shepherd, and Felix Moliere as our city council candidates. And we believe we can step into the role as mayor of Camden, New Jersey, and we will see the city of Camden get back to what Walt Whitman said years ago, that's written on the top of City Hall: Camden, the city invincible. Thank you very much.
Once again, I want to thank the South Jersey Chamber of Commerce, the League of Women Voters, and Rutgers for sponsoring and hosting us in this dialogue about the future of Camden in the upcoming election on Tuesday, November 5th. As you know, I've been a lifelong resident of Camden, and I can tell you that Camden has certainly been good to me. From the time that my parents died in 1976, I knew what it was to experience the love, and particularly the unconditional love of Camden, folks coming together and surrounding my brother and I. So much so that I feel I have an obligation to give in service back to the city that has given so much to me. And being the mayor over these last 3.5 years, we've had to make difficult decisions during difficult times while still lifting and empowering the residents of Camden. And Camden folks know Camden people. Camden knows me, and Dana Red knows Camden. And I've been out and walking about in the community, and I know that we have the support to continue the momentum forward on what we're doing with public safety, on what we're doing to strengthen education and strengthen children, youth, and families, and rebuilding the Camden economy. This is not something that can be solved by one person, but by a collect, by working with diverse leaders like our council president, Frank Moran, and an incredible team that I have running on my council slate of Vice President Councilman Jenkins, who knows what it is to put residents in real jobs and making sure that they are earning a livable wage, of working with Art Barkley, who again is working with the young people of Camden, loves the city, never left the city except to go away for college, but came back home. And finally, Ms. Marilyn Torres, who works very closely with the Parent Education Center, again, because we understand that parents being involved in the education of their young people certainly helps with their academics and their growth. Moving Camden forward requires all of us, and I can tell you that I will give as much energy as I gave to the first 4 years to the next 4 years to carry Camden to the next level, so that we don't become the laughing stock of New Jersey, but a celebrated city and nation.
I want to move this city forward.
You need more energy than that.
That the residents put to work. I think economic development is important for the city. I think that the residents need to take part in that economic development. But I also want to empower the residents of the city. And I want to say this again. By supporting that municipal question empowers every Camden resident. That gives us a voice, an opportunity to speak and get on some of these jobs that we deserve, some of the construction that is going on here in the city. We have to address public safety. We have to address education. No, we cannot, one person cannot do it alone. But we have to come up with some creative ways, creative ideas. We have to have a new direction. And we have to be involved in the process. And I think somewhere along the line, the residents have been left out of that. The city has gone in a direction that it should not have gone in. But I think as mayor and as a lifelong resident of this city for 44 years, I can turn this city around with the support and the help of the residents in the community who wants to strive and see that this city moves forward.
I wish I could tell you I know which way to begin, but, I sit up here and I can only see 3 suitable candidates that are running for office. One candidate on the other end whose action has spoke louder than her words. We have gone nowhere in progress. The other candidate doesn't even live here. Let me YouTube myself and my boy, he's home, as I sneak out the back door on my way back to Camden. I've been here for 9 years, folks. I ran for council, and now I'm running for mayor. I wear my heart on my sleeve because I care about the people that deserve more than the ashes that are being offered to them. You deserve so much more when it comes to educating our kids because knowledge is power. And without applying the knowledge to the people, there is no power for our people. Our people will continue to struggle. And our people deserve so much more than the struggle. They deserve to have the tools that is necessary for them to achieve the greatest that life has to offer. But we as a city government have to first be held accountable for our actions as well. We have to put people that are going to be in place that's going to go outside on the streets, knock on the doors and hold meetings with residents. And we got to start holding people accountable for their actions. But every time they put trash on the streets, they should be held accountable for it. But every time their grass is not cut, they should be held accountable for it. But every time their property is not looking the way that it should look, they should be held accountable for it. And for how their children act, they should be held accountable for it. See, the thing is we don't have accountability when it comes to city government. They're doing their slice of the pie as far as lying, cheating, and stealing. They're not giving to the residents, they're taking more away from the residents because this is the place where everything and anything happens. And we have to change the way that people perceive Camden to be. Camden deserves better. And the only way that Camden can get better is if we push forward to make things happen for the people. Because it's people over politics, not politics over people. Please support promise, commitment, and prosperity.
Thank you.
I just want to let everybody know that this has been an honor for me. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would graduate a top school in the country. Never in my wildest dreams did I ever think I would be running for mayor of the city of Camden. After being homeless as a child, after standing out in the blueberry fields and picking blueberries, Mayor Dana Red's family has a legacy in this city that is embedded in the fabric of the city. And it's an honor to sit up here next to Dana Red. In addition, it's an honor to sit here next to Pastor Khan, whose family too has a long, rich, positive history in the city. But I must admit, I don't think either one of those two individuals are right for the city. There is change in the air in the city. You can feel it. You can sense it. Camden is about to go on to great things. It's about to do great things. And I don't believe that this city will do those great things with a mayor that is more concerned with special interests and corporations than the people. I don't think this city is going to go forward with an individual who shows up here just to run for mayor. Because if you truly love this city, you would have been here a long time ago.
That's right. That's right. Wow.
I don't know what will happen on November 5th. My heart and my gut is telling me that I'm going to have a victory that night. That people, that individuals will cast their vote based upon content of character and service to community. I truly believe in my heart that people are going to cast their vote based upon content and character and service to this community. There are some wonderful people running for office. I have a great deal of respect for the mayor. I adore her. She's a wonderful person, but she's not what's needed for the city of Camden this time. Not only is this campaign about policy, it's also symbolic. If I win or Pastor Khan wins, it will be the first time in 20 years that this city had an African American male governor. It's a symbolic night on Tuesday night. So please, please, make sure you vote on Tuesday night and make sure you look at it for what it is. Look at policy. Thank you very much.